Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with another one-page layout with a different new collection called Life's a Hoot from Close to My Heart. This one here, I just loved the patterns on the papers and then the colors. I don't do a lot with like this purple, and I just thought this was a great color scheme. So I am going to be using that striped paper as my initial border, and then I'm going to use this, this might be wisteria or grape. Forgive me for not knowing my colors. But I'm going to use that for a little bit of a break in between my busy paper, sorry, and the white paper for the middle of my layout. I just thought kind of having kind of an extra little border would help the middle of the layout pop a little bit more. And as you can see, I did gut both of those border sheets because I want to keep them for other layouts or for bordering my photos. So I do this a lot. If there's a paper that, I'm using as a border because I don't think I'll use the majority of it on anything else, I will leave it and not gut it. But it's just one way to really utilize your papers and get more out of it. I have these two photos here from a trip to see my sister last year. There is a store so I guess there's two shops, I guess, but they're connected, and it's Books A Million and Yogurt Mountain, and those are actually two of my favorite things. I don't know what could be better than books and ice cream. So she took me there, and we had some Yogurt Mountain and shopped for some books and had a grand old time. So she definitely showed me around and took me places she knew I would like when I went to go visit her. That was my first solo trip to go see her, just kind of for a sister's weekend, and it was so fun, and she definitely showed me a good time. So I'm going to kind of have my photos at an angle like that, and here's where I'm using that inside of that purple paper to back my photo. Again, if I would have used the whole thing, I would have had to get into the second sheet of that that comes in the cardstock bundle, and then I did decide to then use I think it's Glacier for the second photo here. But I also had bought these Dainty Pattern stamps from the brand new catalog, and I think I'm loving the background stamps that Close to My Heart is coming out with. This is like my third one that I've gotten, that they're just so completely different but so versatile. So you can see that I'm going to be using lots of different colors. I'm going to go at an angle across the page, and I think it's called second generation stamping. So you can see that I do the initial stamping and then I stamp it again, and it just has such a lighter pattern to it, a lighter color to it. But if you're up close, you can kind of still see that light stamping. So definitely, I guess, again, getting more out of my inks by doing that as well. I actually just recently did it for a different layout, and sometimes that initial color is just so rich and dark that if you don't want that, a good option is to kind of use a scrap piece of paper, stamp on it, and then stamp on your layout, and you get such a softer color. Obviously with the yellow or even the Glacier, I think is what the color is. The second stamping is quite light. But definitely for some of the darker colors, the one that I had used is Paprika. That one actually worked really well doing that second generation stamping. So I wanted just to put some strips of paper across the back of the layout, and you can see that I did cut them into strips. or cut them to save paper again. And so they just look like they go all the way through, but they're just a short section. And I believe that middle one, that middle purple one, is the border strip from the sticker sheet here. So with the embellishments, or with the collection, the embellishments that you can purchase are, I guess you can kind of see it on the table there. It is paperboard, acrylics, I think paperboard and acrylics, and you kind of like build your own. And I think it's just so much fun, and it goes, you know, the colors go with the collection really nicely. That is what I'm going to use for my title, that smile. The smile is the paperboard, and then the brackets are the acrylics in there. And one thing I really am appreciating, with one of the older collections, they had embellishments like this, but they didn't have that sheet on the front to show you what was included. And so I always had my catalog right next to me, so I knew what or how to build them. So I really appreciate that they did that and added that to the packaging so that you know what you are supposed to be building. So with my embellishments, I just got out a circle punch and used some of the stickers that are on the sticker sheet that were circles. And then there's that fun, it says fun, pink acrylic circle at the top too. I added that and just went along with my diagonal with different pattern circles. So again, I used stickers, pattern papers, and then that acrylic piece from the embellishments. So I'm going to kind of finish off my title at the top, and I decided I am going to embellish. So you'll see how I have the title at the top, and then the bottom right is really open and plain. I decided to leave an opening down there to do my journaling. Just like I said at the beginning, I just wanted to document, I mean, what more could be better with ice cream and books and spending time with my sister. So I'm just going to document all of that there, but did think it needed another little cluster down at the bottom. So I stuck with the circle theme, popped up some on foam tape, and made a little cluster down at the bottom, and then added some of the phrases to that. It says happy place, and then I'm going to add another one that says love this. And I, again, just thought it was absolutely perfect for these photos for this collection. There was one more kind of gold circle, and I added it to the top, up under the title there. And I'm just going to add a couple of acrylic pieces, one of them being this orange arrow. I thought that was so fun, and it could kind of overlap and point to my photo. And then I just accented it with a couple more acrylic heart at the top, and then I'm going to add one more acrylic heart down at the bottom to finish it off. I don't remember if it was on camera or not. I remembered that I have a bunch of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio that happened to be circular and had hearts on them. So I think off camera I add two of them, one to the top and one to the bottom of my diagonal embellishing. So you can see one of them right there. I just added a couple of them, overlapped some of the circles there to finish off this layout. I will have the link down below for this collection if you like what you saw, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.